Hi guys. Hello everybody. I just wanted to say a massive welcome to my first ever episode of Chat Chats. Of course, I had to get a dance name in the title, but I am super excited for my first guest to be the amazing, ultra talented, former Australian champion from a little town called Bunbury, which I'm sure we're going to hear all about later, former Strictly finalist, but to me, my wonderful, crazy, mad, fabulous friend and bridesmaid, Dianne Buswell. Right, let's see if she's here to join us. Let's have. She is just a superstar and an absolute brilliant friend. It's a portrait, so that's portrait,
okay,
isn't it?
Right, I was going to say, I think it's better in portrait because...
Yeah, you know me, Di.
Don't worry, Ames, don't worry. I'm going to get my little tripod myself. That would be better because I think my arm might burn a little if I just keep on...
And you know me, I'm a chatterbox. But
yes,
Dianne,
our Amy is a definite chatterbox.
you know me, Dianne. You've been keeping me so busy with your YouTube channel, all your dancing videos, your Dies at Fives, your TikToks, and they have just been...
Don't get me started on the TikToks, Ames.
They've been outrageous.
TikTok. I mean, if I didn't do Strictly, I think I'd become a professional TikToker.
Absolutely. And didn't I see that you've reached like 10 million likes?
10 million likes.
Wow.
10 million, I know. Who would have thought people would like my TikToks that much, eh? It's probably just myself liking it 10 million times.
No. So you've been keeping really busy, I've seen.
I have, Ames. I've been keeping busy. But, you know, I'm getting to the point now where I bet you're the same. Like, I want to dance.
Oh, I know. Absolutely.
I know you're feeling the same. Just want to get out there and dance.
I know we're like dancing at home, but it's not the same, is it? It's not the same as going out and performing.
I mean, it's so nice to be able to, I know with yourself, you've got your dance school, so you do like all your classes online and stuff. But it is different, isn't it, to actually just be on a studio dance floor and actually like dance, yeah.
I can't wait for, you know, that achy feeling that you get after a week, and it's
God,
all needing like massages and, you know, can't wait to see if you see. I can't wait for that achy feeling again.
I know.
But has it been nice for you to spend time with Joe? Because last year, your romance blossomed, which was so lush to see. But then you went straight on to Here Comes the Girls, straight into the Pro Tour, straight back into Here Comes the Girls. Literally, we had a few days and then we went on the Strictly cruise together, and then we started Strictly. So like this has been at least some nice quality time for you both, right?
Yeah, no, it's been really nice. I guess we're just taking that time and not taking it for granted, really, because I think again next year will be just as busy. So it's like make the most of it while we can. So yeah, you've got to take the good with the bad, don't you?
Yeah.
It's an awful situation what's going on, but in you know, looking at things in a good light, we do get to spend a lot more time together, and this year probably we wouldn't have been able to spend much time together at all. No. So yeah, it's nice. In saying that, he's gone out for a run to get rid of me, so
Ben does the same. Ben's out all the time running. He loves his running. And Ben says hello as well.
Oh, Benjamin, we love our Ben. How is he? Good.
Yeah, he's crazy as always. Do you know Ben?
Our Ben. Is he missing dancing as well?
Yeah, he is. And like, just like yourselves, you know, was just set up ready to go on tour. We did one night, like, you know what it's like. So you got all the hard work in as well for your tour, and then opening night, you know, you got the adrenaline, and then, you know, it was taken away from us. And as you know, because we've been in chats a lot, and you've been like messaging me, and you've been like a bit worried to ask this question, and then you'd be like, so any news on the wedding? I've been scared to ask. And I literally
put it off for as long as possible, and I was like, she'll let me know. She'll let me know. But I didn't want to bring it up because I'm like, I'm sure the situation, so it's not like it's going to be news to you. But I was like, oh, I don't want to.
And as you know, last week I texted you, didn't I? Well, you were like, my bridesmaids were the first to know. You knew just like 2 weeks ago now, actually, and then I told everybody else last week, didn't I? And you were just so sweet about it. It
was like, you're gonna. It's no matter what, you're still gonna have the most amazing day. So, you know, whether it be this year, next year, whenever the wedding is, it's going to be amazing. So it's just that little bit longer to wait.
And like you said, there's a new countdown now, because you texted me that straight away. There's a new countdown to get excited about.
Countdown, there's a new one. Yeah.
But, you know, there's like, it's not just me. I know like 2 of my friends should have been getting married in May, Rebecca and Sean and Oliver and Verity. And, you know, there's so many couples out there that have, there's thousands that have had to cancel their wedding. And I know how heartbroken they are, but it's more important that we're all safe and well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, the love doesn't change, does it? It just means the day would be even more special because we've had to wait even longer. Exactly. But I do feel sorry for you, because it means you're going to have to put up with even longer.
More chats. It's fine, Amy. You guys, Amy chats about her wedding constantly. Like, not that I mind at all, but she's one of those brides where she just, I think you've been planning this since you were like 6 years old, right? Yeah, definitely. Like the typical movies, when there's like that girl with the book, the big fluffy book under the bed, and you just keep putting stuff in it. That is Amy, guys.
Remember on tour, I was like, what do you think of these flowers, Di? I'm going to see the florist next week. What are you thinking? And you're like, lovely, they're all nice.
Yeah, I'm so indecisive. I'm like, I am the worst person to be asking. Amy, they're all beautiful. Whatever you choose, honey, will be great.
And you know what, I've got to say,
don't make me make any choices.
Ben was really good. He was just like, yeah, you have what you want. Like he did taste the cake when we went, and we have tiers.
You'd like try the cake.
Yeah, and so we have like different flavors for every section of the cake. Because we're having, for every.
Stop it! How many tiers are there?
I think there's 4. And it's 4 different flavors.
What are we talking like? What flavors? Just so I can prep myself.
There's definitely a lemon drizzle in there.
Oh, she loves the lemon drizzle.
Yeah. Raspberry and white chocolate, I know, is one.
Right.
I've got a feeling Ben picked the chocolate orange, like the chocolate.
Nice.
And then there's the typical, you know, your like Victoria, your normal sponge thing.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think, but there were so many to pick from. Like we were tasting them all, and I think that's when Ben actually really got involved.
Like, with the cake section.
The rest, he was literally sat there at the venue like, yeah, that's fine.
When he heard you could taste the cake, Ben was awake. Well, Amy, I don't know if you've seen, but I can make a mean rainbow cake if you need any help. Like 1 tier could be a rainbow cake if you need.
We could need it, for the morning after. We could need that, couldn't we?
The morning after. All right, deal. I'll make a rainbow cake for the morning after.
Now, we've been through quite big changes in our life together, haven't we?
We have.
And I think people, I've had so many people ask me in the past, why did I ask you to be my bridesmaid? But we shared 3 major goalposts together, didn't we? Number 1, started Strictly Come Dancing together.
That's the crazy thing. Like, we didn't even know each other before, but it was like we were like the new kids on the block, and we just formed this like little bond, didn't we? And it was like everything we did each thing together.
Yeah, like we shared our first red carpet together.
Yeah.
Not strictly red carpet, obviously we did that, but we went to Pride of Britain Awards, got ready together. Can you remember? We had children in need rehearsals.
Like,
I know.
Take a bag? Do we not take a bag?
And I've still got all the selfies that we were taking everywhere there. And we were so excited. And then you went poorly there, didn't you? Remember? I was really panicking about you.
Bless you. Yeah.
Because you had a bad tooth, didn't you? You had
I had a really bad tooth that was causing me to have all sorts of issues.
Yeah. There's always dramas with one of us.
Oh. Hang on, what have I done there? There we go. We're back.
That's fine, Di. And then obviously we headlined our first ever UK tour together.
No.
And that was just mad. And that is, obviously we've had loads of memories. I'm going to share some funny ones later.
All
but
right.
Ben kind of like took you under his wing as well, didn't he, when he met you?
Oh, bless Ben. I felt like Ben became like my annoying big brother.
Yeah, your UK big brother.
My UK annoying, like, we just have this banter with each other where it's like absolute love-hate. But we just, like, it's like, you can't help but love Ben. But the way we are, like, together, it's like brother, sister. I love it.
He'd always try to prank you as well, wouldn't he?
He would. He'd try to prank me. Oh, all the time.
On the cruise, there was always this banter about your tan.
Yeah. Tell him, by the way, it is working up quite nicely. No, it's actually it's not that good. I haven't sat out in the sun that much at all. You, on the other hand, Amy,
I have.
You get a gorge tan. You do.
Oh, thank you.
That's beautiful.
I've actually, like, learned some adulthood life skills that you need during lockdown, Di.
Stop it. Tell me, like, as in cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah. Right. Cooking.
Gardening. I have. Many plant pots.
Nice.
I can mow the grass. I'm like putting grass feed on it. I'm even trimming my hedges so they're all nice and neat.
Do you know what? I'm actually really jealous because we have pots, but we don't really have a garden as such. Because I would love to. I love lawnmowers, but I love like a good ride-on mower.
I haven't got one of them.
When I was a kid. So
Mark.
I pretend it was a car, obviously. But I miss the old ride-on mower.
How is your dad? How's Mark and
That's
Rena?
amazing.
Do you know?
Your green thumbs.
How is Mark and Rena, your mum and dad?
Oh, they're good. They're really good.
Obviously, they missed coming over, didn't they? I was thinking of you during that time.
They were going to come over. But fingers crossed they can come over next year instead. So we'll hopefully that all goes ahead and they can come over then. And I'll be able to go home. Well, I'm hoping I'll be able to go home for Christmas. So that's not going to be that far away.
I know. I can remember when you surprised your parents booking the plane tickets. I was like all emotional watching your YouTube video when you were ringing your mum and dad. And remember, you booked them the wrong tickets to begin with, so you had to quickly ring the airline and change it.
Mm-hmm. Always. I always do stuff like that. Like, I have to look at things like a million times. But I booked the wrong tickets. But in the end, I got the right ones. And you know what? The airline have been great. I can hold them off until like next year.
Amazing.
So they can still use it, which is fabulous. So what about your parents?
Yeah, they're doing really well. Obviously, the rules are different in Wales, so I can't see them still because they're stricter lockdown.
Yeah.
So this is the longest I've ever been without seeing mum and dad.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So much.
They treated themselves to a hot tub.
Yes, they did. Oh my God, amazing.
I
The
know.
first thing you'll be doing is not hi mum and dad, it's on, show me the hot tub.
I've got my bikini.
Oh,
So,
I love that. That's
So,
so
Di,
cool.
I was
It's a great
wondering.
little isolation present.
Absolutely, 100%. Right, Di, I was wondering, do you remember when I asked you to be my bridesmaid?
I do. We were about to go on stage and I got all teary and I was like, oh my God, my eyeliner. I did. We were side of stage. I'll never forget it. I was in my white dress, my open number dress. And Ames asked me and I was like, how am I supposed to do a show now? Like, I obviously had a big smile on my face, but I got very emotional. I did.
Yeah.
It's like, and I've only ever been bridesmaid. Like, I'm a bit obsessed with like being someone's bridesmaid. But I was only ever. Wait, was I even a bridesmaid? Yeah, I was for my brother's wedding.
Brothers,
I was bridesmaid, but that was like years ago. And I love a good wedding.
I
Make sure
remember
you throw the bouquet my way. Okay.
I know, right? Do I need to give Joe a little? Yeah, I'll mind you, I think you're going to have to fight my sister for it. And
of course.
And she's warned everyone she's got rugby experience, so she might have to go over tackle.
Yeah, she'll get serious about the whole thing.
Well, Oatie's married, so you don't need to worry about...
Well, yeah, that's true. Oh, in saying that, I think I actually have caught a bouquet before. Pretty sure I was like 8. And I caught the bouquet. So, you know.
Not since meeting Joe, though.
No.
Actually,
no.
Will this be the first wedding you go to together?
I think it will be, you know. Yeah, Joe's been to a few weddings, but obviously I've been busy with like shows and stuff, so I haven't been able to go. But yeah, it'll be the first wedding that we go to together, so that would be lovely.
Yeah, that would be real
very
cute.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so much fun, aren't they, weddings? And I just imagine yours is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Festivities.
Oh, bless you. It's like, I think it's different, obviously, to being invited to a wedding to obviously planning your own.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll be a bit like, obviously you're going to have a great time, but because I can imagine if I had a wedding, I would be a bit worried, like, about everything. Or do you think when it comes, you'll just be like, you know what, I've done all the hard work, like, whatever happens, happens?
Well, you know me, I do, like, stress over everything, don't I?
Yeah, true.
But I think everything was kind of organised in terms of with the venue and everything. And I think I've got such a great group of friends around me, with my bridesmaids, with Brad. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That I think, no, on the day we'd have been, we're going to be there. We're going to be. It was like, because it was meant to be this year. Yeah. But I think we'll be there sipping Prosecco in the morning. My dad will be there, you know, in his suit, really excited.
Can we just talk about your dad for a moment? How proud he's going to be. Like, if anyone has never seen Amy's dad, he's the cutest thing in this world. Like, he's adorable. Like, when he's there at Strictly, it is like full suit.
3-piece suit.
It's just so cute. And he's just so proud of you. He'll definitely be crying, won't he? He'll be
for sure.
Tears, like
and
blood.
I reckon Ben will. He says he won't, but I think Ben will.
Yes. Oh, yeah. 100%. And I'll be right there next to him going, don't cry, Ben. Ben, don't cry. I'll give him his tissue if he does.
And you can just take the mickey out of him like you do anyway.
Trust me, I will. I absolutely will.
Now, what is your funniest memory of something that between us? I've got one with you, but is there a certain funny memory that sticks out with us?
I think it was. Do you remember when we watched back our very first?
I know what you're gonna say.
Our very first like Strictly dance that we did, and it was like us being introduced as pros, and we had to descend from the ceiling. And it's me, Amy, and the gorgeous Nadia as well. And when we watched it back, we're like, what are we doing?
I was petrified.
I have a little teacup. We were so still.
I've got my tea.
Like, so scared, like holding on for dear God life. Like my eyes were like wide.
My face didn't move. My face didn't actually move.
Yeah, you were like that. And I was almost like holding on to it like, oh my goodness, I'm up so high.
It
but
was, wasn't it?
In the middle was like absolutely loving life.
Yeah.
Amy, what are we doing? What are we doing?
It was like all of a sudden they took us up and it was so high, wasn't it? And then it was like that realization, like, this is it. And
happening.
And you never knew when the camera was coming on at that point.
Yeah.
Like, Jason
so
Gilkinson.
And everyone kept saying, just find the red light. I'm like, what red light? What are you
And there's loads. There's loads. And when I find it, it moves.
So I'm going like this. Like, look for the red light, guys. Look for the red light. But it's like, there's one going off there, one there.
My funniest memory with you is when we're sitting in the dressing room and you're like, Amy, what are you doing on Thursday? And I'm like, oh, don't think anything this Thursday because I've been invited to the Nativity premiere. I said, she was like, do you want to come? Like, there's some really big stars in here, Louis Walsh. And I'm like, yeah, I'm up for it. Nativity, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it's the premiere. Okay, what should we wear? Well, it's red carpet. So it's the premiere. It's going to be really dressy. Okay then, so I doll up, you had that lovely silver dress, your thigh-high boots,
Oh my God, I did. Yeah, I went to town, didn't I?
I had like a proper Strictly sparkly top on, black skirt, my heels, and we're walking close, and I'm like, Di, I can't see anyone dressed up. Nah, they're going to something else. Like, we're fine. We're literally on the red carpet. Everyone's walking past in Christmas jumpers. I'm like, Di, and you're like, oh no, they're probably not in the section we are. Emma Bunton from the Spice Girls walks past in a Christmas jumper, and I'm like, Dianne, and then you check the invite, and you're like, oh, it's Christmas jumper theme. And we are there.
Oh my God, I will never forget. Oh my God, that was too funny. I was like, I'm so sorry, Amy. Sorry, hang on. I've just got to plug my thing in.
You go for it. I saw the Strictly trophy in the background there. Well, Jill.
Oh yeah, the little things from the live tour. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna hold it. There we go. I'll just hold it.
Yeah, when you won every show except for one, that was like amazing.
Oh, that was so fun. Little Joe, he was a good dancer. He was good.
Yeah, and just all round, and just really fun, good person to be around, wasn't he, as well? He tried so hard. Such a good role model, I think.
He still does try so hard. Even we do my little live dancing classes like on my YouTube, and he honestly tries so hard that it melts my heart every time he does it. And that's what it's about, isn't it? That's what like it's so nice to see. Like, I mean, Joe never danced before, but he loves it now. And I love that story, like when people just fall in love with dancing like we do.
Absolutely.
It's really nice to see that. I love it.
Well, no, it really is. Yeah. Can you believe like how far like we've come and everything?
I know. I mean, hello. Basically, like you got to the final last year.
You got to the final the year before.
Almost won the show. Like, it's crazy.
And to remember,
I was speaking about I don't know how it came to my mind, but we were talking about it, and I was like, oh, my favorite jive would have had to been Karim's hairspray routine. And I was like, first 40 of the season, like that must have been the best feeling.
Can you remember? I grabbed you, and we were like.
Yeah,
it's on the clip.
We all thought it was going to be like Blackpool. I was like, he's gonna get 40 in Blackpool, 100%. And it was just the one mark off. But then it was the week after, wasn't it?
No, it was musical week. It was 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Awesome, the perfect score. First one in the series.
Yeah, and then we did it every night on tour.
Actually, you know what? You did it every night on tour. I was in it.
Yeah, you was. Yeah, and you used to shout when you go past us.
I was like, come on, guys. But I was going to say, you've been a lot of firsts, actually, because do you remember your jive the year before Danny. That, and you got the first 10 of the season?
Yeah, that was cool. So my jive has improved because when I went out on the jive with Bri.
Oh, I liked that one too, you know.
And then the following year I had the first 10, and then the following year I had the first 40. So obviously my jive has improved.
How are you going to go higher than that now this year, Ames?
Well, there's only one way, isn't it?
No, you're going to stick to 40. Watch out, everyone, for Amy's jive. If she doesn't get 40.
But can you remember that first time we met each other? Well, you sent me on a little comment on my post. Can you remember, like, can't wait to meet you?
Yes, I do. I remember that. Because obviously we had seen, like, who else was in the show, but we'd never met each other.
No.
Of us girls. And, it was all so new for all of us. But that first day that we met each other at the studios.
Yeah.
We all went to the meeting.
The meeting, yeah. And we defined our characters right away, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, we did. It was, it was literally like a movie. It was like someone scripted us for like a certain role in a certain part of the movie, and we were all so perfectly on point with our characters.
Yeah, I was like an hour early, and I can remember Jason Gilkin coming downstairs, and I just popped up. He was like, "Oh no, someone will come and get you," because I was that early, and I had my notepad and pen, didn't I?
Oh gosh!
And then Nadia turned up looking just stunningly beautiful, super sexy, didn't she? In her heels,
gorgeous girl.
Then you rock up late.
Late, guys. I'm always late. Like it was, it's more. I just blame the trains because I was my excuse was I'm so new to the UK, but this is actually a true story. When I moved over, I did not understand the concept of trains and undergrounds. I never even knew what an underground was. Like literally didn't know. Because Perth, Australia, we don't really we never use trains. We always would drive wherever we need to go. So it's you can put it in, but I never understood. It took me so long to understand the whole system of the trains and the undergrounds and tell you what, so that was my excuse, guys, but it was a real excuse. I was actually genuinely so lost.
Didn't you leave an hour to get from Manchester to London?
Yeah, I did.
Because you were on tour with Giovanni.
Yeah, I thought I'll be fine, an hour, that's plenty of time, because again, back home, leaving an hour to get somewhere is that's more than I'll be waiting there for 45 minutes.
Like I was.
London and Manchester, I worked out pretty quickly that they were quite far away from each other.
And you turn up, you're late, and then you open your bag and it's just got everything in it.
Everything. I was you stayed here for a year. Yeah, I am actually.
And then we go into the meeting and I'm there writing everything down, and you're like, what are we supposed to be writing? Because I haven't bought a pen and a book.
So I get my phone out, put it in the notes.
Yeah.
My phone's died. Okay, well, I'll keep it all up here, guys. I'll keep it.
So I was frantically writing everything they possibly said down, asking all the questions. Nadia was taking everything in, looking so chilled, reserved, and sexy.
Yeah.
And then you're just like,
I'm there looking for the red light.
Yeah, and you're like, so I need to open a bank account.
So how am I going to get paid?
And then at the end I was going, so are you nervous? And do you know anybody? Because I don't really know anybody. Can you remember?
Yes. You kept asking me are they going to be are they nice? Do you think they'll be they'll accept me? And I was of course, because obviously I knew a lot of the guys from Burn the Floor that I used to be on the show with, Jeanette, Aliash, who else? Pasha. I used to work with Pasha.
Karen,
Kevin.
So Kevin as well.
Quite a lot of them I had been on tour with and spent quite a lot of years with them actually. So
Giovanni, you'd just been on tour with.
I'd just been on tour with Giovanni, so I
Gorka was a brother to you.
Gorka was Gorka's my little brother. I was actually when Gorka first joined Burn the Floor, I was there basically showing him the ropes and stuff. So yeah, I felt like Gorka was I'd known him, and then he was then showing me the ropes of Strictly. So it was crazy, but I was like, yo, they are so lovely, Amy, don't worry. And you saw from day one everyone was so nice, and that's the nice thing about Strictly.
Oh yeah,
every single pro is just so lovely. They really are. It's like a big family.
It is, isn't it? And I'm just I can't wait for us to all be back together again and doing what we love most, creating magic. What I love as well is how everyone inspires me, and I believe pushes my dancing and pushes me to be a better dancer. Do you know what I mean? When you've got Katya in the corner, working out how much body or finding a way with her arms. Do you know? It's just
it's
do you know what I mean? And you've got Oti's leg up there.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's
we're
really
so
inspiring
lucky
to work with other inspiring people. I think that is always the way to be successful. Never find them threatening in any way, but find them as in a positive to what you are. So they will always make you rise because you're with such talented, incredible people, and I always think you gain something from someone. Like you always learn something little from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. In every way, in personalities and in the way that they deal with pressure and stress and dance offs to learning choreography of like, you know, Jason Gilkinson, who knows how to push us every year, and the other choreographers we get in. And we're just lucky that we get to do this as a job.
I know. It's definitely a pinch me moment. Like I speak to my mum daily. Every single day I call my mum, and I think we have the same conversation almost every day or every second day. And we just say, like, I always just say, I can't believe, Mum, that I'm here doing this incredible job. Like, from like thinking about when I was a little girl back home, and I'm sure you feel the exact same way, to like to where we are now and what we get to do. Like, I definitely don't take it for granted, and I know you're exactly the same. It's like such. Well,
I watched the show. I watched a show growing up, and now to be part of it. I remember walking in that day one of rehearsals, and I was so quiet because I was just so like, I just couldn't believe it. Do you know what I mean? I'd watched Anton and Brendan since series 1, and then all of a sudden I'm dancing with them.
Dancing with them,
It's surreal.
Growing up with the program.
You've done the Australian version as well, though.
Yeah. So we had the Australian version. I think for like, can't remember what series we were up to. I did the third. Well, they've done 2 since I've left. Actually, I think since I left, I did the last one that I did on there. But I grew up watching that one. Obviously, we didn't have Strictly aired in Australia, but
you had different colour hair then as well when you were on Dancing with the Stars in Australia.
But if I'm honest, I didn't realise how big the show was here. And the most thing that amazed me was just how everyone gets behind this show. And that was like, oh, wow. Like, this is insane how many people love it. And it was really, it was quite emotional, actually. I was like our art form, people love so much and want to watch it every single week. Like, it's such a good show. And
it gets bigger and better every year, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's just
insane. Yes. Dianne, you probably noticed I'm drinking my tea.
Cup of tea. How many is that for today?
Oh, I wouldn't want to say.
Really? Is it that many?
I'm a teapot. You always call me the teapot.
Yeah, the teapot. I don't know where you fit it, to be honest. It's like tea after tea after tea.
I know. I loves it. I do. I really do.
I mean, I love coffee, but I don't like to have too many a day, obviously, but I love the taste of coffee. I think that's the Italian coming out of me.
Yeah.
But I only have, like, I limit myself to 2, like, 2 a day. That's it.
Oh, I couldn't do that with tea. Oh, no.
No, you've got, tea. True. I think you can drink more tea, though, isn't it? It's nice.
I don't know. I think it's got more caffeine in, I think.
Does it? I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
We'll have to do some research, Amy.
I'll do some research. Right, Di. It's come to the part in the show. It's a new segment where I'm going to ask you.
Okay, go on.
What was you doing this time last? Okay. And I need you to try and be as accurate as you possibly can.
Okay.
Yeah. You know me, quite geeky. And I like to be as accurate as I can be.
Have you done research?
Well, I think I know some of these answers.
Oh, gosh, you probably know more than I do. Okay.
So.
She knows more about me than I know about
me. So, Dianne,
go on.
What was you doing exactly this time last Monday?
Oh, last Monday. Were we doing a Here Come the Girls show?
This is last Monday.
Oh. Sorry, I'm thinking last year. This time last Monday, wow, these days, I was probably doing some kind, like I was probably doing a TikTok, or I was probably filming a YouTube video, or putting cans in my hair, or something silly. You actually know, what was I doing?
We were on a Zoom call with all the pros.
Oh my God, we were too. Yes, we were. You are so right. Yes. There you go.
That's okay, Dan.
She knows more about me than I know about me.
Yeah, I used to try and keep you checked in as much as I can.
Yes.
Do you know, throughout the summer, and I like remind you things when we got pro rehearsals and different bits and bobs. When I'd be
I'm not the best at using my old diary.
What am I like in my diary?
Oh gosh, your diary is chock-a-block.
I'm like
I-
Joe, likes to write it down.
Yeah, yeah. That's how me and Joe work really well because we're quite chalk and cheese like that. Like very, but Joe's like, there we go. It's all written down, and I'm a bit like, oh yeah, I'll remember that.
Okay then,
Go on.
what was you doing this, it can be June
Okay.
time last year?
Okay. I believe my parents were here this time last year. I was actually talking to my mum about this morning. She seems to think she wasn't, and I was like, no, Mum, I'm pretty sure you were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They was.
were here. Yeah, because I remember we went to a nice restaurant as well, for some dinner. That might have been like yesterday-ish, but yeah, because they travelled with us around for Here Come the
They
Girls,
did.
the second part. But yeah, Mum, because that's what was, because my dad only gets like one set of holidays. Mum was like, no, but his holidays aren't this time. I was like, no, Mum, you were here. So there you go.
It was.
Okay, good. I'm glad we cleared that up. I'll give her a call. Maybe not after this, because it'll be like 3 a.m. there. Tomorrow I'll let her know.
Yeah, because remember we just starting the second leg of the tour,
Yeah.
and they come on tour with us for the whole week, didn't they? And they were on the bus with us, and on the last day, your dad gave everybody that really like speech that everyone was just like, oh, that was just so cute, thanking everybody, and they literally just had the best time, didn't they? They watched the show every night.
Every night they were at the show, and he stood up on that little bus, and he's like, I want to just tell everyone, thank you for having me, thank you for being so lovely.
He was so cute.
So
Right
cute.
then, next one. What were you doing 5 years ago, June?
Oh, okay. Let me
Ooh.
think about this. I would have been doing Burn the Floor at that point.
Mm-hmm. Do you reckon land-based or cruise-based?
Oh, 5. Okay, so we're in 2020.
20. So that's 2015.
I feel like I was on a cruise. I feel like it was
Yeah.
cruise-based. I love that
Cruise
I'm
based.
asking you. Amy, was I on a cruise? I feel like it was cruise-based.
And did you like being on the cruises for Burn the Floor?
Yeah, I did. It was, I mean, sometimes I was on the cruise for like 6 months at a time. I think one of my contracts was like 9 months.
Gosh.
And it was like, it was tough because you're confined into it. It's almost, actually, this situation reminds me a little bit of being on a cruise, because you can't really go that many places.
Yeah.
So it gives you that little bit of a vibe of like, oh, I'm on a cruise again for, quite a long time. I loved it. It had really amazing, I had a really amazing time, but I think 9 months was like definitely the most I would ever do in one go.
Where's your most favourite place that you've been on a cruise, visited?
We used to do this run from New York to Bermuda, and that was probably my favorite little segment, because we'd have a day in New York every single week, which was, oh my god, my favorite day of the week. And just get out, we'd port right up onto basically central New York, and so we'd get off, we'd have the whole day there, we'd get back on the ship, and then we would travel all straight to Bermuda, and we'd have 3 days in Bermuda, which we could do whatever we wanted in Bermuda. So I actually I made friends with some local Bermudian people, and they showed us around. They would go on yachts, and boats, and it was really fun. Yeah, loved that. But I've been to many beautiful places, but I love them.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you were on Burn the Floor 5 years ago.
Yes.
What was you doing this time 10 years ago? So it would have been a big birthday in the UK, 21. You would have been 21.
21, yeah. So at 21 years of age, me and my brother, we were competing together, but it was actually just after my 21st birthday that I got offered my first Burn the Floor job. So I was hairdressing at the time. I was competing with my brother.
And did you just do So You Think You Could Dance?
I did So You Think You Can Dance. I think I was maybe 19, or the year before that I did So You Think You Can Dance. But yeah, at 21, I remember getting the email to ask me if I wanted to join Burn the Floor, and I said yes. And that's when I moved away, and my first job was in Florida, America. With
Oh, I could.
when I was 21. So had my
I
actual
remember you
birthday.
saying.
Yeah, my actual birthday was in Australia, like with my family and stuff. But then straight after that, I moved over, and I was only meant to be gone. Like I said goodbye. It was like the first time I ever really properly moved away. And I said to mum and dad, like, don't worry. So it was only a 4-month contract. And I was like, I'll be back in 4 months. Like, it's going to be fine, because we were really upset that, you know, I was leaving, and it's the longest I've ever been away from my family. And they ended up wanting me to stay on to do, like, becoming the main cast of Burn the Floor and do the world tour. So it ended up being, I was away for like over a year. And it was
wow.
like, ooh, yeah, it was a shock to the system. But honestly, it was a real amazing time. I loved every second.
And had you not done Burn the Floor, you might have not ended up here in the UK on Strictly Dancing.
Yep, I feel everything has its like time and place.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, same like for you were offered Strictly twice.
Yeah, the year before, and I didn't take it.
And you and Ben ended up winning, so it was like,
yeah. Oh my God, that was like the hardest decision ever. Like, both my dreams came at the same time. Like, I wanted to win, you know, the Blackpool, the British with Ben, but then I also had Strictly Come Dancing asking me. Oh yeah, that was, and I think everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? It's meant to be, and I think Strictly were amazing, the producers, about it. They could see the situation I was in and how much I wanted to do both, and they tried to make it work. So
but what I feel that's such a brave thing on your behalf to do, because you weren't only just thinking of like you as a person, you were
thinking of Ben,
like basically first and foremost, weren't you? You were like, I can't do this, like we've worked so hard to get to this level.
And I couldn't take Ben's dream away. Like, he'd worked so hard, like, and how could I live with myself for the rest of my... And I don't know, had I have enjoyed Strictly so much or absorbed it like we do with that guilt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you've got to live with your decisions for the rest of your life. And, you know, I don't want to be guilty. And I wanted to know I'd always, you know, done the right thing and, you know, was true to myself. And I can remember literally just pouring my heart out to the producers, and they were like, we understand, it's okay. And then they came back and offered it to me the following year.
It was meant to be, Ames.
Yeah, and I was like literally hysterical. Like, Ben was like, what's the matter with you? I was like, I was crying my eyes out. I can remember them offering you when you were walking around window shopping.
Yeah, I was.
And you couldn't afford anything.
So I was like, well, this couldn't have come at a better time, guys. I'm going to go and do some shopping.
Brilliant.
Just saw a few nice things in that window.
How both of our lives have changed since we were 21.
I know, yeah, it really has. Very grateful for everything that's happened.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay then, and now what were you doing this time 20 years ago when you were 11?
Oh, 11. So I would have been competing again. Me and my dance partner, Kane Chickaliddy. Yeah, little Kane. And we took it quite seriously, actually. I think in our juvenile days is probably I loved juvenile, being a juvenile.
Yeah.
A little kitten here when all was good in the world. Then when it came to junior and you had to get that big hit, I was like, oh God, I think dancing's for me. But yeah, we trained quite hard, actually. It was like we were like a little couple from Bunbury, just trying to keep up with the big kids in the city, really. But we did pretty well. Like we really enjoyed it, and I think that's when my dancing got very serious. Like I really wanted to.
You knew from a young age, from 11, that you knew you wanted to dance.
Yeah, dancing and hairdressing, they were the two things I always wanted to do.
Yeah. Because you would have been in school as well at 11.
Yep, I was.
You were a good girl or a naughty girl in school?
Ames, you know, I was so good. That's the thing. I was a very, very good girl. You would think otherwise. I think people would think I was a bit naughty.
Did you remember your homework? Did you remember homework?
See, this is the thing. I I always used to get the awards for like you know, my courtesy and my manners and all that kind of stuff.
Of course.
I would never get like awards for like maths or science or I always get the friendly award. Like, she comes to school with a really warm smile and like, she's always lovely to everyone, but she really needs to work on that maths.
Oh, but did you like school?
I did, actually. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the aspect of you know, being with everyone and all my friends were there and stuff like that. But I did genuinely find it. The thing with me is I get distracted quite easily with, you know, I have quite a very out there mind that's always like, oh, I wonder what that would, you know, I could do that and I could do this. And
but that's what makes you so creative.
Creative mind, yeah. So art and dance and all those subjects I loved, and I couldn't wait to go to those subjects. But I found it really hard to concentrate in like science and maths and things where, you know, if I went and tried now, it'd probably be a bit different. But back when you're younger, I was just so into like being arty and crafts and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, Dianne.
Oh, thank
you. Won. I wouldn't change you in any way possible.
Oh, bless you.
I just want to say a massive thank you for all your support and with the wedding and how lovely you've been.
It's going to be amazing. And like I said, you know, I know it's so sad for you that you've had to postpone it, but it just means we just have more time to make it even more amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And I know it's the same for Graziano and Jada, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not the only one in the Strictly family. They should have been getting married in a couple of weeks as well. And for thousands of other couples out there. And I just, you know, like, just stay positive. I'm sure you're like me, lucky enough to have wonderful friends around you and family to keep you positive, you know, and the day will come and be super special, won't it, really?
Exactly.
Yeah, we still will have that big party and the hen do.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Dianne.
No worries, Ames. Thank you for having me. It was lovely to chat to you.
Oh, I know, and actually like see you.
I know, yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs to check out Dianne's YouTube for all her dance tutorial, her workouts. Joe and Dianne in a pan. It keeps you super entertained. And if you want a really good giggle, check out her TikToks. It's like I wake up and I'm like, what's today from Dianne?
What have I done today? Actually, I haven't done one today. Gosh, I think that's the first in a while.
Yeah, they're going to be going mad on the comments asking you to do one.
Where is it? Where's your TikTok? Are you okay?
But no, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And for being my first one on the chats.
Keep on coming to Amy's cha-cha chats. I'll be there next time, whoever you're interviewing. I'll be there in the comments going, hello.
Oh, thank you so much,
no worries,
Dianne.
Ames. Thanks for
Send my love to Joe.
I will do.
Bye. Thank you so much to everybody and to the amazing Dianne Buswell. I just love her to bits. She always puts a smile on my face, and hopefully she kept you positive on this Monday afternoon. I want to say a massive thank you as well to everybody at Hello, especially Christian and Sophie, for giving me this opportunity. I'm super excited to be back next Monday, and we will be announcing the guest very, very soon. But in the meantime, guys, keep safe, keep positive, and of course, keep social distancing. Bye, guys.